Hello. 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 Hi, good evening, everyone. I hope the audio and video is fine.
Hi everyone, very good evening to all of you.
Can you please give a quick thumbs up whether to confirm whether the audio and video is fine so that we can start this session? Yeah, good evening, Shivam, good evening, Devashish, good evening, Rani, good evening, Mandal. Yeah, hi, Rajat. Yeah, okay. So that means the audio and video is fine. All right, guys. So as promised to all of you, and I think you have had enough of vacation, and now it's a study time. And we all know that the exam has been postponed for 4 months. And whenever you get such an extra time, I mean, it brings lot of happiness, but a little bit of worry also that what to do with this extra time. It also gives a ray of hope to the students who are starting now. I mean, that can I crack the NEET PG exam starting now? It also add worry to the students' mind, specifically those who are preparing very hard, that what to do with this extra time. So, Dr. Praveen, what do you think that what are the broad areas that the students should target before we talk about this?
First of all, I that rightly said, you might have got a good amount of free time and might have used this amount of time to do whatever you wanted to do before the NEET PG was about to happen on the 5th of March. And that day has passed, and around, I believe, 5 days, 7 days have passed, right?
Almost 6 days.
Almost 6 days have passed.
Tuesday was the news.
Tuesday was the news, and we already on Saturday, and very sure that you might have used this time to get refreshed and refreshed from your boring life that is going around. But the long journey has to begin, and with that long journey, what is very important to come back on track, understand that even though Dr. Rajat would not agree to this fact, I personally believe that the competition is going to increase. Even though he believes that nahi nahi sir same rahega, but I feel that if I would have been an intern, honestly, if I would have been an intern, sir, and if I would have seen 6 months in front of me, there's no way I would have left this and I've prepared this for the fullest of my potential. So, yes, difference of opinion should be there.
No, but I agree with you. But the sum of the post interns will be derailed from the track, and the equal amount of competition will be reduced also.
So for those post interns who would be derailed from the track, you please understand that there is surely competition is going to increase. But let's talk about what you can do to do something, and you can get to the bester of yourself before I'll say the January 1st. So what we can do in the coming days, how we can schedule the entire number of days remaining with us, how many GTs to give, how many cumulative test series you should give, what is the number of days you must put in the first reading, what is the number of days you should be putting before the NICT, and how many revision we can do post NICT. Talk about everything of these all aspects. There's a video live to you, and let's discuss this one by one. Before that, I want all of you watching this video to put your thoughts, what are going into your thought, in the live comment. We'll see this and we'll also reciprocate to your questions in the live video as well.
Yeah. So, Dr. Praveen, in the morning auto session, I was talking about that in order to achieve anything, there are three things which are needed: vision, determination, and execution.
Okay.
And I promised students that you visualize, you have to be determined, and we will execute. We will help you in executing your plan. So the today's session is about execution. The vision is clear. I want to crack NEET PG exam or INICT exam. Now I have got an opportunity to prepare for the INICT exam. The determination is I will definitely do it.
Right.
I will definitely do it. Now we have to talk about how. So the session is specifically focused about the third component, which we did not cover in the morning, how this can be executed. All right.
Before that, I think every student should get sure about what is their dream And as sir told, that your vision should be very much clear, and everything should write again on your first page what exactly your goal is, whether it is INICT or NEET PG. That's first point. Secondly, are you actually determined or not? So that is what second thing we want, and only then the third comes
Yeah.
the part.
Yeah, so vision and determination, you have to decide. Execution, we're going to decide for you. But as I say, that there are multiple paths to reach to the success, lot of time, but it cannot be without vision and determination. And obviously, with determination comes the discipline. But I am sure that every student is in a different boat. So we're going to try to put multiple ways or multiple aspect. You pick up what is best for you, and according to that we're gonna go forward. Now, one of the student has written that I took a break up to today, does it impact my further score? Answer is, इतना break तो बनता है ना? Once you have got 4 months, 4 days extra in your preparation, taking a break of 4 day is acceptable. And specifically in the festival season, wish all of you a very very happy Lori, Makar Sakranti, Uttarayan in Gujarat, Bihu in northeast, and
Sound.
Pongal in
Correct.
in south. So wish a season's greeting for the holiday season. But अब नहीं बनता. Now we will have to make sure that we are
Right on
pulling
track.
up our socks and starting preparing. All right. So without wasting much of I hope the audio is fine now. All right. So we are not touching the vibe. We all know that from 15th to 20th, we have vibe session specifically to reduce the fear of image-based questions in all the exams. So all the schedules that we are starting will be from 23rd of January. So if you still have 1 or 2 days that you want to utilize here and there, you have a liberty to do that. And then we have divided the schedule into two broad areas. Now, the first area is a student who want to do reading plus revision, and the second is the students who want to go to a content-based reading with backed up by a test and discussion, or want to do a more prolonged reading. Like in turn, you are getting a ray of hope that you want to give more lengthier approach and you want to give it. So according to that, it has been done. So first, let's focus on to the post interns who have already done some readings or who are starting absolutely new, but they are very much focused that by we do not have a second option. We have to crack the NEET PG 2024 exam to be there on 7th of July. So we have suggested that start your reading from 23rd of January and finish first reading or first revision or second revision, whichever you want to say, by 31st of March. You have 69 days. I have added one more day. I'll give you a reason why. And then the second reading or second revision we're gonna do in the 56 days, and the third reading or the third revision we're gonna do in a 37-day, and a very very quick reading from 30th June to 7th July. Now that is how we have planned it for the students. But those who are unable to maintain discipline with such schedules, for them it is that do a more broader reading. Somebody says that we are slow readers, we want more time. They can spend almost 100 days to finish their course by 30th of April, and then they can do a very quick revision for the INICT. Let's hope that you get into INICT, but if you do not get a rank that you are looking for, then you can do a again one full revision till the NEET exam. All right, so that is how it is. Now first let's focus on the complete reading, which is a 70-day plan. So what we have done in a 70-day plan, Dr. Praveen?
Yeah, देखो, we have basically divided all your subjects into 4 different parts: short, medium, long, and extra long. So in the short, we have skin anesthesia, radio and psychiatry, orthopedics, and forensic medicine. And we believe that to cover these in whatever format you want to, it will take at least 2 days. So that is 6 into 2 is around 12 days. The second one of the medium, that is physio, biochemistry of the ENT and pediatrics, should take a minimum of 3 days. That makes around 5 into 3 is 15 number of days. For those long subjects like PSM, ANAT, PATH, Pharma, and microbiology, we have put around 4 days, and that makes it to 20 days around. And for the ultra long, that is medicines or surgery and OBG, we have put around 6 days, making it 18 days. But this is initially for the first reading. Let me just come back to the first point. This is for those who want to finish the first reading around 70 number of days. That is for them. And who are these? Sir, would you like to again talk about who are these students who
So
would like to
these
cover this
are
here?
these are predominantly post interns whose major target is NEET PG exam. They are starting now. They have not read too much, or they have done one reading, but they feel that they are forgetting a lot of stuff and they want to read on their own with a specific amount of content that is available to their hand.
So the 70 number of days are for those who are belonging to this, and this include around 65 number of days. Now, talking about the other things, there are some grand test and there also are cumulative series. First of all, let's understand how to give a CTS. So would you like to put
Yeah.
forward here your point? What exactly is CTS and how should our students attempt it?
Dr. Praveen, I also, in the meantime, I want to differentiate the how you write versus how I write. है ना? So Dr. Praveen is always worried about all this, and I was like कि है ना, the let's do what how I have first done it. So guys, first of all, we have divided them into and Dr. Praveen never wanted to show you that this kachara. I said, don't worry, I will show it to the student. And then that is how we have worked for it. So short, medium, long, and ultra long that I have divided. Then I have to first form a schedule onto this, that in which order I am reading it. So we have tried to put it into this, that the medicine and its linked subjects are at one place, surgery and its linked subject are broadly at another place, and there are some independent, completely independent subject like I at a third place. And then a marking has been done so that the subject which are linked are done together. So on the basis of that, we have done the marking so that from 23rd of January to 31st of March, I am able to do complete reading. Number of days we have already allotted to an individual subject. So the first number is given to anatomy, second is to ENT, third is to orthopedics, fourth is to surgery. And in this, we will complete the predominant surgery related subject. And then the 5 is given to eye, 6 is given to anesthesia, 7 is given to micro, 8 is given to physiology. So what we have done is we have given them. Now we have added GTs and CTS. Now CTS is cumulative test series. Now what is a cumulative test is, after every subject, the biggest problem that you face is that the moment you go to second or a third subject, you tend to forget the first subject, and you are not really sure, you are not getting confident that what has happened to the anatomy once you have reached to the ortho. So after every third subject, we have added a CTS to this, a cumulative test series. In all the apps nowadays, there is an option of custom module. You can always customize the test for you. So what you have to do is that after third subject, all the short subjects are for 2 days, but the second half day of the each short subject should be utilized to do a cumulative test. Now this cumulative test you should select for 100 questions, considering first three subjects, that is anatomy, ENT, and orthopedics. Similarly, sixth subject, that is anesthesia, you're gonna do another three subjects. Ninth is psychiatry, you're gonna do another three subjects. Fourth, 12 is radio, you're gonna do another three subjects. 15 is skin, you're gonna do another three subjects. And 18, you're gonna do another three subjects. So that is a cumulative test series. After every fourth subject, after every 15th day, you will be writing a GT, which will be a 200 question standard simulating exam. The first can be done after surgery, second can be done after physiology, third can be done after radiology, fourth can be done after OBG, and the fifth will be done after PSM. Each and every subject will be divided into subject or into the topic wise, as you can see over here. I have 4 days for the anatomy. No, I have 4 days for the anatomy. Just give me a sec. Let me just open up another one. Praveen, meanwhile, can you answer in the meanwhile?
Yeah, right. So there are a few queries we could see, and acha.
The schedule. Yeah. So is the rapid revision enough for the, I'll just take up the PDF and meanwhile, um, is the rapid revision enough for the short subject? Yes. So these GTs, these cumulative tests, they're gonna give you an idea. Yeah. So most of the time, revision express or concising the subject into the short time at this stage is not a harmful thing. It is gonna be useful for you. Designers. Hmm.
This one.
Hmm.
We'll take some other questions. So should I change the source of my weakest subject? The point is, why is this weak? Is this because you haven't read the notes? So then surely, if you have not read the notes, take a note that actually
Okay.
suits your reading. About if you've read the notes before, it's better, preferable you continue reading the same notes and not make the new notes right now. Even though you can surely make it, you have enough amount of time, but that's not recommended, because personally we both believe that every faculty is good, and whatever they give the notes from, they are from their own experiences of the last few years they have taken into. So all of them are good actually.
All right. So now we are talking about the schedule. Now, if you remember, anatomy has been given 4 days. So anatomy has been divided into 4 days on the basis of the important topics that are there. So make this entire schedule will be available to you on our Telegram groups also, and as well as onto the link of this in some time in the description. So head and neck, embryology, neuroanatomy, upper limb, lower limb, histology, general anatomy, thorax, abdomen, pelvis, perineum. So the important topics related to that has already been listed, and a place has been given where you can tick them whether you have covered this. Please remember, these are the minimally suggested topics from this. There is no upper limit onto the topics that you can read, but these are those topics which are very, very frequently asked in the exam. All right. So the entire subject wise detailed list of all 19 subjects along with the timetable will be given to you. You have to take the printout of it and paste it at your study table and keep on ticking. Please make sure that you are not finishing your day without completing this. If you can maintain this discipline, I am telling you, you have already received half of the success. I have trained, I have seen lot of students who have started from zero, but they have studied very, very well for 4 months, 5 months, and they have produced phenomenal results in the exam ahead. But I am telling you, they had the first two things. They had the vision that they want to crack this exam. They had the determination and discipline that yes, all they wanted was an execution plan. We can only give the execution plan. The vision, discipline, determination, you all have to maintain. All right. So that is how this schedule has been prepared for all of you. Now, the point is, sometime, in spite of the best efforts, you are unable to maintain the discipline at your own level. So, if you are unable to maintain the discipline at your own level, we still have suggestions for you. We still have solutions for you. So now let's go back to the. Just give me a second.
It's better. Not this. Sorry. Okay, go back. Let's paste here.
So now see this. Now a lot of time what happens is that students feel that in spite of their best effort, if somebody is not there to push them, then they create a, then it becomes very very difficult. They always want a structured program. Now there are two kinds of structured program. One is called as structured guidance, structured mentorship. We have already spoken about it. The second is what is called as complete hand holding with a structured course. As DBMCI is always available for all of you on repeated request of the students, we have two programs which are coming for you. One is a fast track TND and the second is a complete live regular batches. Both are will be done at the DBMCI live. If I go to this, so this will be the schedule for fast track TND, which will start from 23rd of January and will finish by 30th of April. You're gonna get 19 subjects covered in the high yielding fashion. All the standard topics that are asked in the NEET PG as well as in the INI-CT will be covered in a high yielding aspect. The TND paper will be developed in a 70% 30% fashion. That means 70% of the questions will be focused towards the NEET PG exam and the 30% of the questions will be focused towards the INI-CT pattern. This is specifically useful for those students who wants to give one honest attempt to INI-CT paper. They wanted to they do not want to leave any stone unturned for the INI-CT exam, and this is gonna be very very useful for you. But you need to have some basic knowledge of the subject available to you before enrolling onto this. If you think that you have not studied at all, then regular batch will also be started in the later half of the January. The schedule of that will also be shared with you in due course of time. Now we will wait for your queries and I'm going to answer them. But if you have any query, please put it on to the comment section and we would be happy to answer to your queries. Dr. Praveen.
I'll just take the question that was received to us before and I'll take it one by one. Sir, question bank should be done at the end of the day or as when we finish a subtopic as it finishes. It depends upon how much have you solved the question bank before. But we really believe that is the right time to solve the question bank if you haven't been able to solve it, especially because the classes were going on and you were not finding enough amount of time to solve that question bank. So ensure that this time when you're preparing it again, you pick up the question bank, whatever question bank you're solving, and you do solve the question from the respective topics you are reading throughout the day. Those topics are already given, the minimum semester topics are given to you, and any other topic that you come across based on the last 3, 4, 5 years of NEET PG, ensure you solve the questions of those also from the Q bank. So PYQs as such, they would have been sufficient if the number of months were 2, 3, 4. But right now, because we have around of 6 months remaining, we surely believe that you should solve question bank also. There's no shortcut for success. And if you just keep on looking for shortcuts or PYQs, the only rank you'll get is a mid rank, not in the top 2000 or 1000 you want to be all hoping for.
Yeah. Pooja, bache, if you are getting 150 plus correct at this stage, it's a pretty decent achievement. And I'm telling you, if you remain disciplined for the next, I know it's difficult, for the next 5 months, you will definitely see yourself at 170, 175 plus correct. That is definitely doable. And if you have reached to that point, I mean, getting a rank in top 100 is definitely a dream that you can look forward to. But getting 150 at this place, I have seen people getting derailed. And that is a worry that I always get. So just make sure that you're doing it. QBank solving is always an option. All right. This should not be at the compromise of revising your notes, revising previous year topic, and writing the GT. If you think since you're scoring 150 plus and that too without a QBank, adding a QBank is a pretty decent deal. I will also suggest you to add first aid in your preparation, and that is also gonna add 4 or 5 extra correct questions in your preparation.
What about those students who are following the present schedule prepared by the institute? I believe you're talking about the previous schedule that we have actually given to you. And if you are still continuing it, first finish it and then you can start, or better, you can again start in the new way. It all depends upon whether you are able to follow it. If you're able to follow the previous schedule, I believe that you should just keep on continuing the same momentum. And once that finishes, you can again join the same thing. However, if you want to join the TND course, then it's better you follow the TND program only. And that is how you should make the daily schedule for you.
Aniruddha, but 135 correct is also a pretty decent number, and reaching from 135 to 165 is a pretty doable task. Just stay on track. If you think that you can maintain discipline, keep on revising your subject. If you think that you have lost track, a lot of people are asking me, sir, how do I know whether I have lost track or not? Whether I should join a TND program or not, whether I should join. So see, any structured content based program provides you an added security level of discipline. And the easiest point is Tuesday, NEET PG postpone announcement came, and today is Saturday. Just ask yourself, what have you done in these last 5 days? If you have not opened your books at all, that means you definitely lack discipline. Definitely lack discipline. You need somebody who is on your head like this and telling you to study. Telling you to study. I'll give you an example, Dr. Praveen. I have to go to a get together day before yesterday. I asked my daughter कि will you go, and she said कि नहीं पापा मेरा ना Monday test है, I have an exam on Monday, I will not go. So she has compromised on that and she has studied for the exam. Why? Because there was an exam. That fear of exam brings discipline to students' mind. But then there are a lot of students who can read even without there is an exam on Monday. So you are in which group? Are you in that group who will compromise onto some fun activity because there is an exam on Monday? Or you can compromise on your fun activity even without there is an exam on Monday. So that's a simple as aspect that can help you in deciding whether you should join a course or not. Okay, both type of students get to their dream ranks, one with pressure, one without pressure. So it depends completely on you that in which category you belong to. All right.
About the vibe, Emmanuel, that what you should do, Bache, that first of all, because the whole thing is starting from 23rd of January, finish off the vibe, attend all the sessions live, and then try to make notes also in the vibe booklet. And when you're revising the individual subject, it will just take 1 hour to revise all the images. So maybe 2 hours max to max while reading the individual subjects, and again revise those images with the subject that you're giving starting post 23rd of January. So finish your vibe today and vibe now, and then again start refreshing since 23rd of January.
And once again, I am repeating, all the DBMCI face-to-face enrolled students, all DBMCI live batch students have a complimentary access of auto mentorship program done by me and Dr. Praveen in the morning 8:45 to 9. So if you are a DBMCI student, you can get a complimentary access of that particular program. We are there to tell you, to hammer you on a daily basis why it is important for you to study today. We will make sure that we will definitely hammer you that why do you need to study today. All right. Yes, Tausif, you can ask question, bache.
If you're getting 80 right now in grand test, is INICT even possible? देखो, even possible तो बड़ा tough word है. Everything is possible. However, to do that, you must be pushing yourself to getting at least 140 plus, and that to the correctified score. And that means you must be attempting at least 190 questions in which you're getting around 160, 165 correct. Ultimately, your scores comes to 140, 145, and that will give you a realistic chance to get a very good rank in NICT, because unless you don't get a rank within 1000, I don't think there's something which you can actually opt with whole pleasure from the counseling.
Rui, 140 to 155 correct at this stage is a pretty decent score, and according to me you should definitely add first aid in your preparation, but it should not be the final source. You should just read it alongside, and what I always say, glancing through the book is something that you should do in your preparation.
Shitija saying that, sir, it is my 6th attempt for NEET PG. Rank always stuck between 35 to 40,000. Should I take one more chance and let go, or be satisfied with MBBS? I think because you're attempting for the 6th time, it means how much you want this rank to be with you. And a lot of examples are there which have got a very good rank in the fifth, sixth, seventh attempt as well. Might be that you might be preparing or not be preparing before these 3, 4 attempts. Might be you're working somewhere in the government jobs or whatever it is, and now you are thinking about again appearing it. For I think one realistic attempt you must give, and that attempt should be leaving everything else around you. Matlab, a real attempt with 8 hours a day, 6 to 7, 8 hours a day, and that is for at least 6 months, should give you a really good rank. But that should be completely undistracted. So you first tell yourself and ask yourself whether you really gave the all the previous 5 attempts or 6 attempts without doing anything, or you were actually working somewhere and then attempting the exams there.
Harsimran has asked, while doing QBank, how to deal with new information? Should we add it to the notes? So very, very pertinent doubt and a very, very logical problem. So, bache, my take on this is that you have to see that where do you stand. If you think that the majority of the information that you have already covered, you are able to answer it, then you can definitely add extra information in your notes. But if you cannot recall the things that are already there in your notes, then you should not run for some extra content. And it's as simple as that. I have two rotis in my plate and I am unable to eat them. Then please do not ask for third roti. But if you have already eaten two rotis and you have more hunger, then you can definitely ask for another roti. So it's as simple as that. The first thing that is, I will try to finish the food that is there in my plate, and once I am able to do that, then I'm going to run after some extra information that is there, and that is a very, very simple part of our preparation.
How to incorporate first aid in the preparation? Should it be annotated and used as a final source or just read alongside? I am already using face-to-face notes of DBMCI, getting around 140 to 150 correct. So I think Ruhi, you are the right person
I have answered that. Na?
to add it.
Ruhi, I have answered.
Okay, okay.
So, Mondal, GK Mondal, bache, fast track TND classes will be for around 5 hours in the day. So, that will be from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. and that will be the discussion for the fast track TND.
When to start a grand test and a TND? देखो grand test तो start करना चाहिए था.
नहीं, ये final year है. Tausif is a final year student.
अच्छा, Tausif, you're in final year, just give a grand test. I think anyone who gets a very good rank, and Dr. Rajat is a rank 1, he would himself say that he might surely have been given a grand test in his final year.
No, third year MBBS.
Third year, देखो बताओ. I knew, because that is how, a good rank person, whoever thinks about getting a top rank, his mindset should be different. He should think upon how he can get one step ahead based on his own timeline. So I personally gave a grand test in my final year. I didn't give it in the third year, but you get to know how the rank 1 thinks about and why they get actually rank 1. But talking about this, if you're in final year, you should surely give a grand test and should appear for at least one grand test every month, irrespective of what scores you're getting right now.
So, Megha, you have asked a very, very touchy question. During the test, how to know when it's wise to leave a question rather than risking getting negative marks by attempting it? So, apologies for using some Hindi. गिरते हैं घुड़सवार मैदाने जंग में, वो क्या गिरेंगे जो घुटनों के बल चले. I always believed that do not think too much about negative marks, rather think about positivity. I have always believed in this philosophy in my life, and that is I've always applied in an MCQ paper that for every correct answer you get +4 and for every negative answer you get -1. So one correct answer compensate for the 4 negative aspects of your life. So that is, so in the real life this equation is slightly reverse, but in the exam this equation is correct. But if you have not even a slightest of the idea about a question, you can opt to leave it. But if you are confused between two options, you are able to rule out two options, then you should definitely take a chance and to attempt it. That is how my idea is. Malika, Bache, I do not know what is your question. Can you just copy paste it again? I think it is missed in the amongst the. Okay, I've got it. How to study medicine and anatomy from LMRP or the regular post-intern regular batch videos?
Yeah, LMRP, is it suggestible right now with 6 months remaining? I have a sincere doubt on this, sir.
See, they have 6 days for medicine, 4 days for anatomy, period. That's all.
And LMRP itself consists of around 15-16 hours in total. I don't think that's
so 6 days. If you study very, very hard, at least the major important topics, you can read it slightly more thoroughly. है ना? So same with the anatomy, you can read it more thoroughly. But if you think that, see, ultimately you cannot give more than 4 days to anatomy, you cannot give more than 6 days to medicine. Now how you gonna enlarge your content, how you gonna increase your content, that's your choice. All right.
I think that solves also the question asked by Dr. Mothu. Any tips for NICT May 24? That's yes, very importantly. First of all, look into the last at least 3 years of NICT. That makes 3 into 2, 6 sessions of NICT. Note down all the topics which you have to read. Suppose those topics are in your notes, ensure you read it in a better way and also solve the questions arising from that particular notes or the topics. If a topic is not there in the notes, ensure you read the complete explanation of that from the PYQs, and you don't miss out any question being asked left or right or up and down from that particular topic. I think that is one thing. And if your score is around 140 touching, you should also add up those things from the first state. That's also a logical option of adding your scores there.
Dr. Praveen, impending doom has asked a question, and this question is repeated multiple times from lot of students. I am already following a, I want you to answer this. I am already following a schedule by XYZ person who has given it to me, or I have created my own schedule. Should I change it, or should I continue with the schedule that I am reading with?
What is motivation? Motivation just helps you to start something, right? But the only thing that helps you to finish that thing is a discipline. Discipline can come from any resource provided you follow it. So the question that you should ask yourself, number one, is the schedule that was given to you by XYZ, are you able to follow it? If yes, continue doing that, the same thing. If you're not, start with us.
Correct. Absolutely correct, Bache. If you are satisfied with the schedule, you are able to follow it. My sincere request to you is, please do not change it, irrespective who has given you that. Because whether I have given you schedule and a second person has given you schedule does not matter. Do you know only thing matters is you are following it. How much I have given you schedule and you are not following it. What is the point? Somebody else has given you a schedule and you are following it, then that is what matters. So just ask yourself that if you are able to follow. Now those who have started a schedule on 1st of January given by us only, and you are following it, you have not got derailed, keep following that. You will start, you will finish early, you will can add one more extra set of revision in your preparation. More number of topic, more close to the exam you can revise, better will be your rank. It's as simple as that. So that answer, I think, most of these questions. All right. So that is all, guys. We're gonna formalize these schedules and we're gonna share it on our Telegram channels also, at DBMCI Telegram channel also, on Auto Mentorship channel also, and as well as in the description of this particular video
On
also.
Monday.
Yeah, but it will take some time for us to schedule it and we'll share it with you. Meanwhile, I will say that if you do not have a vision, get that vision, get that determination that yes, you have to crack the exam. There is no plan B. There is simply no plan B, and then execute it. If you have already planned an execution for yourself, we wish you all the best. If you want our help, be it in guiding you on a daily basis, be it in the form of a regular batch at DBMCI Live, or be it in the form of you can read on your own, but a fast track TND which can take care of your INI-CT need as well as NEET PG or QBank or anything that we can help you out in your preparation. We are always available for our students. Wish you all a very happy Lori today and all other festivals, and may God bless you all.
Thanks a lot, dear.